want me to sing? Alright, camera 1 will grab Sam. Camera 2, can you be ready on Greg since he starts the first song?
Yep.
Cool, thanks. You good?
The editing that went into this video.
Mm-hmm. Huge.
Yeah. So much work.
I love when they do this in different languages.
Me too. Alright, one
Heidi,
tight
you
on
would be
Sam.
all over the editing a project like this.
Oh, you know it.
This is like your wheelhouse.
It is. I'm kind of jealous I didn't get to. Alright. One tight on Sam. I think he's to the left. Is he? Oh no, he's on the right. You're good.
Alright guys, 30 seconds.
Alright. That was a good video.
It's funny because last week they had a video as well. I wasn't too sure on what it was every service because people didn't seem to hear it. But everybody just kind of kept talking, and I was like, oh, okay.
Alright, ready camera 1 on Sam. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Let there be light and dissolve. And dissolve. Fly lower thirds, no? No lower thirds? 4 on the guitar. On, yeah, ready 4, take.
Keys
Ready
are
2, thank you. Can you bring up 2? Ready 2, take. Nice. You want to bring up 1? Yeah. Ready 4, take. Ready 3, take. Ready 4, take 4. Ready 5, take. 2 Sam, please. 3, stay there on Sarah. Tight on her. Is it Sarah? Yeah, it's Sarah.
Yeah.
Ready 3, take. Hang there 2. Ready 2, take. Nice. Ready 1, up over his head 2. Ready 1, take. Nice. Ready 4, take. Start that over, Hope. Ready 2, start your move. Take 2. Nice. Ready 5, take. Ready 4, start a move. David, ready 4, take. Nice. 1, slow zoom into Sam. Start your move. Ready 1, take. Nice. Ready 2, take. Ready 4, take. Ready 1, take. Ready 3, take. Ready 4, start your move. Take 4. Ready 1, dissolve. Four, can you get Eric's guitar? I think. Ready 2, dissolve the 2. Nice. I think this builds here. Ready 4. Ready 5. Take. Ready 4. Take. Nice. Ready 1. Yep, go ahead and start your move, Morgan. Take 1. Nice, guys. Ready 4. Take. Nice.
5 slides.
5 slides, thank you. Ready 2. Just slow zoom into Sam. Ready 2. Take 2. Nice. 3. Roger, go wide for me for the transition. Ready 4. Take 4. Nice. Ready 2. Take. Ready 4. Take 4. Nice.
You keep 1 on Sam.
Ready 3.
And keys are down.
Dissolve to 3.
Stay on 1. Stay on
One on
Sam 1. And dissolve.
Dissolving.
You continue. Go ahead
I'm
and fly.
tied.
Go ahead and fly.
We just welcome you today. If you're here,
3, hang wide for me. I'm gonna come back to you.
We're
here.
coming out to a video. And
oh, ready 3. Dissolve.
Wait a little bit.
1.
Click
Fire.
Okay. Dissolve.
Go ahead to the video.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tensions, disagreements, and divisions over issues of race in our nation are very real and a source of tragic disunity within the American church.
You want to,
1, we're coming out to Jonathan and Mary after this.
in practice, you were putting up and down the announcement slides. Previously, we just put them up and left them up. Which one you want to do?
We'll leave them up.
Okay. I think because they were out of order.
So we're inviting you to join us, where you'll find a safe, friendly environment full of love, acceptance, and forgiveness, and a group of people.
Okay, I'm tied to you.
Okay. All right.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. 1, we're looking for Jonathan and Mary. There you go.
10.
Starts on March 17th.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3 is what it feels like. 2, 1, and dissolve. And ready for lower third. Go ahead and fly.
Month and a great opportunity that Koinos one. How can we grow and become more the people that Jesus wants us to be, showing love to others?
And ready for graphics. Fly.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. She stepped out.
Classes, the days, the times, there's some online, some in person, lots of different options. So I hope you'll check those out.
Yeah. If you want to take a look at the list, they're on your on the Grace homepage. If you just go there and look for classes and find one that you go, I think that might challenge me in my walk with God right now. Help me to grow my relationship with others. They're both in person and online, as Mary said, and just a great opportunity. Welcome to those of you, by the way, online. Really glad to have you joining with us, too. And again, you can participate virtually if you'd like. Just a lot of great opportunities for you here at Grace.
Okay.
And welcome to those of you who are here. I just love being able to talk with you and see
Okay.
you in person. So thanks for
Why don't you pull out a little, just a little on 1,
We'd love
so
for you
in
to
case
stop
she
by. Welcome down
moves
there.
out.
Go
Yeah.
Here in the lobby, we've got a little gift for you, and we'd love to answer any questions you might have about Grace.
Also, for those of you in this service, we have our In Touch class, which is sort of a new member, get to know Grace class. If you're thinking about making this your church home, you've never taken that class, Mary and I are actually going to be there at 10:30 today, and so you can check out that class today. And by the way, those of you in the room, thanks, whether class or service, for wearing a mask. Thank you for your kindness to those around you today. Really appreciate that.
So today we're wrapping up Global Outreach Week, and it's just been an amazing week.
We've learned so much about what God is doing around
When?
the world.
Yeah, it's so exciting. So if you
That would
missed any
work.
of those events this week, you can check that out. Our team
That would
has
work.
some highlights on our website, and you can check those out. It will be time well spent
Okay.
to look into that.
And
Yeah, I
Mary,
think
the
it would be
prayer room
an
is
easier
open. For those of you
transition,
in the room, the
or
prayer room is
more
double
fluid.
doors right here. And after the service, it's always open to just go and pray, but today there's going to be some specific information about people serving in different places around the world that we can pray specifically for them and make an impact as we lift them up to Jesus.
And ladies, tomorrow night is Latte. I'm super excited about that. It's going to be in person here at Grace. It'll also go live online at 7, and we're going to be talking about what do we do when our thought life tries to hijack us. You ever had that happen? I have. And that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow night. And then
So hey David, I believe this next song starts with Sam's guitar. I think he does the intro, and so I'll have you start there probably, and then pan up to his, tilt up to his face.
Bible study and sort of locking arms with other men. And one of the seasonal opportunities are sports ministries, and there's various ones that happen throughout the year. The softball is starting this summer again, and signups are today and through next Sunday. And there's often a waiting list, so if you want to get
Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes.
Wow, I'm standing outside Compass Point.
Oh.
This system is amazing.
That is amazing.
You were at Cage yesterday, right?
Are you using the wireless?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit sore today.
No, I'm wired. I drug an XLR across the closet.
I'm just wondering.
Yep. Yeah, this is crazy good.
Is this our last graphic?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
It's virtual.
Standing by for goodness of God. Sam is leading.
He's going to welcome back people after this.
Really great.
And fly out.
Jesus is alive,
All right.
that he says,
Ready for backgrounds.
I'll come out to camera 3 next, Roger, for the transition, and then 1 on, or no, 4 probably on Sam's guitar.
Wherever you are in your living room, kitchen, whatever, he's with you right now. And so we welcome you to stand, or at least to raise up your voice and together.
Hey Malachi, it looks like
let's
Master
give our
Black
praise. Let's
is
stand
on
together.
camera 1.
And
Ready,
dissolve.
Dissolving to 3.
And keys are up.
Lower, high.
I think it was too high.
Yeah, you need to put this right in the middle. Yeah.
Ready, 4. Dissolving
Just
to
look
4.
a little grayed out.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Go ahead and start tilting up.
Thank you.
Nice. And then just hang there when you get to his face. Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days have been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up.
So 3, zoom in a little bit and tilt down for me. Yep, and then tilt down. I'm going to have it to set up. Yep, so right about there is how I'll have you do pans across the stages. So go ahead and start panning right. Yep, dissolve.
Beautiful.
Nice. Ready, 4. Start a slow to zoom out, David. Dissolve. 4 is up. Nice. Ready, 1. Start that over, Morgan. Zoom out. Yep, ready, 1. Dissolve. Nice. Yep, I was just gonna say, grab me Sarah 4, ready, hold please, ready, 3, dissolving to 3, I need someone in the middle, alright, ready, 4,
You can lighten him up, Malachi.
dissolve, 4 is up,
Yeah.
hang there 2, I'll use you, ready, 1, ready, 5, dissolve 5, ready, 2, slow zoom out from there, Hope, ready, 2, dissolve. Nice. 4 or 3, can you get me a guitar? One of them, whichever one you can get a good, yeah, you see you've got the nice shot of Carlos. Slow zoom out on 3, dissolving to 3. Nice. Go ahead and start your move, David. Dissolving to 4, nice. Oh, look, it's like I planned it. I didn't, but love when that happens.
Yep.
Start that over, Roger. A little wider and slow zoom into Sarah. Yep. Perfect. Go ahead and zoom in. Dissolve. Nice. Ready, 4. Dissolving to 4. Hang there, 1. I'll use you. 3. Can you get me Sam, please? Ready, 5. Take. Ready, 1. Take. Ready, 3. Take. Slow zoom out, 4. Start your move. Ready, 4. Take. Nice. Ready, 2. Take.
Yeah, those takes are
Ready,
working
1.
out.
Yeah. Take. It felt natural at that time with
Yeah,
the drums.
I like it.
Okay, ready, 4. Ready, where am I at? I'm on 1. Ready, 4. Dissolving to 4.
You have been faithful. All my life you have been so
Love the movement.
Yeah, you guys
Looking
are killing
good.
it.
Yeah. Keep them moving.
Every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God.
Ready, 5, dissolve.
5 slides.
Thank you. Ready, 2, start your move. Take. Nice. Love it. 4, start your move. Take. Nice. Ready, 3. Take. Ready, 1. Ready, 2. Go ahead and, I'm trying to think how to work that in
Have
there.
them pan up a little.
Yeah. Ready, 4. Take. 3, go wide for me for transition. Ready, 2. Take. Nice. Ready, 1. Dissolving to 1. Ready, 3. Dissolving to 3. All right, thank you, 2. This is Carlos's guitar, I think. Ready, 2. Dissolve to 2. Stop at his face there. Right, Davis, this is Carlos leading.
Yes, in
Okay.
this verse, yep.
4, can you get me Carlos? Yeah. If you can see him. Ready, 4. Dissolving to 4. Nice. I like that shot too. Ready, 3. Dissolve. Ready, 2.
For the sake of the world.
Hold that thought. Ready. Just keep zooming out, 3. It's great speed. I just want to see some other people. Ready, 2. Dissolving to 2. 4, can you get Carlos? Or yeah, you. Who's got it? 4, can you get ready? 1. I need Carlos's guitar. Ready, 4. Take. Nice. Ready, 2. Take.
Nice on 4. I like that.
That was great, guys. Ready, 5. Take. Keep going, 2. Just keep panning. Ready, 4. Take. Ready, 2. Take. Ready, 4. Take. Ready, 1. Take. Nice. Ready, 5. Take. Ready, 4. Start that over, David. Ready, 4. Start your pull. Take 4. Nice, guys. Ready, 1. Hang in here for a sec. Ready, 1. Take 1. Nice. Ready, 4. Start your pull. Take 4. 2, can you go wide? Do you see some lights? A little bit. Ready, 2. Slow tilt down. Ready, 2. Take. Nice. Ready, 5. Take. Ah, rats. Ready, 4. Dissolving to 4.
He ends right then.
It's okay. It builds back up, I believe.
Yes, it does.
Ready, 5. Take. That's what I meant to do.
It starts to build on fire.
Ready, 3. Take. 4. Can you give me? Oh, ready, 4. Take 4.
Nice. Love
Ready,
it.
1. Ready, 2. Take. 4. Guitar. Ready, 4. Take 4. Nice.
We got it on 4, 1, and 2.
Yep.
Something else on 1 and 2.
Ready, 5. Take. Ready, 1. Start a pull on 1. Take. Nice, guys. Ready, 4. Take. Ready, 1. Yep, go ahead. Start your move. Take 1. You can go up over his head. Ready, 4. Ready, 5. Take. Ready, 2. Take. Keep zooming on out, Hope.
5 slides.
Thank you. 5 slides. Nice. Ready, 4. Take. 3, go wide for the transition, please. Actually, I don't, yeah. Yep. Ready, 3. Oh, singing it again. Ready, 2. Dissolving to 2. Nice. Ready, 3. Dissolve. Nice.
All right, we're coming on to Sam praying.
All right, 1, hang there on Sam.
Keys are down.
Dissolving to 1.
Dissolve. We're going to come out to a video.
Yep. We'll
Great job, guys.
on. Amen.
Stand by CG3. Do we have the video ready?
I can't click on it.
And that was it, right? That was the last song, right?
Got it. Yep, we're doing a video, then into the message.
Okay, I'm off 4.
Okay.
I like the sparkles in this background.
So we're going to fire on the amen, so I'll count you down when he says amen.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is pretty.
I'm a fan of anything sparkly.
I'm all for that.
Thank you, Lord. We thank you that you're going to speak to us through your word. We give this time to you and ask that you
Alright, standing by for video.
pray this in Jesus' name.
3, 2, 1, fire.
Nicely done.
Cool.
All right, we're going to come out to Pastor Joel, and he's going to go right into his message.
All right, I'm tied to you.
All right, 1, we're going to be looking for Pastor Joel in about 40 seconds. Oh, I hate when that happens.
The title slide doesn't show up until he talks a little bit.
Do we have a lower third on him?
Yes.
All right, very good. All right, we have about 15 seconds. Joel's on his way up. You want to push in on 1? 10 seconds. Thank you. 4, 3, 2, 1, and dissolve. Ready for lower thirds? He is quiet. Let me know when the title slide is ready.
He's drawing everyone in.
Okay.
Hey, Davis.
Yeah.
They went all blank for a moment. That's why I was freaking out.
Yeah. Wait. When do you want to fly this title?
It'll be a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of content.
Okay.
Do you have the?
Oh, here we go.
Do you have the slides? Or the slide guide?
I have this.
Here you go.
I have the slide guide. It was hiding.
The slide guide was hiding.
It was, yes. It was underneath the,
Sliding, guiding, hiding. So the twins just got their preschool evaluations back.
And they should go move right to 3rd grade, right?
No, well, they're ready for kindergarten, but they both need to work on rhyming words. So we've been working on rhyming words all weekend.
That's funny. You got a new one to add to the stack.
Yeah. But they can both count to 30.
Sweet.
Nice.
Did you say the slide guide was hiding from Heidi?
I'll come in with
Clever.
I'll come in with a postcard or with new ones every day.
The engines just, they're working so hard you feel the plane shaking to get this thing up in the air. And then you get to a certain point.
How does it look like there on the screens?
And the engines quiet down. And you just sit
It should look great. You got it shaded beautifully.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, then if you compare this to that screen's
Totally
so much
different.
darker. Yeah, it gets very confusing. I never know where to look.
Me too. You just make them so bright, but they don't have a hot spot.
Yeah.
Once they get a hot spot, you're too bright.
It has something totally different. But a pandemic hit, and for a number of
What?
months, our campus
We're in a
was
pandemic?
closed.
Says who?
a year that was probably not like any year any of us have ever lived. A year that had a lot of loss for a lot of us. So a year later, this morning, many of you that were in this place a year ago, you're not here this morning, you're watching online. Those of you who are here are wearing masks. And you're sitting so far from the people in front of you, it looks like you don't even like them. This year's changed a lot for me and my family. Last year I spoke. Pastor Jonathan asked me to speak for two reasons. One is, we just started this merger and we wanted to make it plain and clear that we were doing this for missional reasons. That we believe that what God's put in our hands, the resources, are to bring the gospel here, there, and everywhere. And that's part of it. But also because for a number of years, Alan and I had the privilege of being in West Africa, working in this thing on that side of the ocean, and so he asked me to speak. Here I am a year later. My life has changed. Alan and I think, as you are aware, are preparing in August to move back to the other side of the ocean. That was not something that was on our radar screen. So here we are. Almost everything out here is different. But the reason that we're here...
Do you want two to get a head to toe so you can switch up between slides for establishing?
Let me say it to you in the words of Jesus himself. He said,
Got it.
I have come to seek and to save, to find and to rescue those who are separated from me. That was his mission when he came.
Flying.
That was his mission a year ago when we were having this conversation, and it is not changed one iota.
All right. Is there another one right after this?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. They're not numbered here, so.
Good news is nothing's changed. Bad news is, well, the theme for this year is that the task is still unfinished.
Never tell Joel.
Now probably the obstacles are...
Yeah, it's hard to read a little bit.
than they were a year ago.
Can you turn him up a little bit?
Yeah, you got it.
So,
Thanks.
as they say, you do the math.
I like math.
Should I fly?
Fly graphic.
No.
Reading
Fly.
through the Bible this year with Nikki Gumbel, some of you are doing that with us. Delightful. It's the first time I've ever listened to the Bible. You're going, wait a minute, I thought you were a pastor.
Oh, he said you do the
Not
math.
that
Okay.
I've never read the Bible. I've read the Bible numerous times through, but never just sat and listened to it.
And
it's
fly out.
delightful. A few days ago, those of you who are following, you'll remember this story. It's a story about a young girl, 6-year-old girl.
All right, ready?
Her name was
Two.
Heidi Mae Hyatt. Lived in Philadelphia.
Heidi Hyatt.
Here we go, another one.
She wanted to go to church, so one day she found this church.
Ready, two.
She went, and when she got there, she didn't want to go in.
Let's take two.
Just a little. He gets loud.
I
Then
know.
He gets soft.
He whispers and then he gets loud and.
Yeah.
Just thought, I probably shouldn't go in. So she was just standing outside on the sidewalk crying.
Nice follow.
A man walked up and said, well, why are you...
1 and 2 are live.
She said, well, I really want to go in, but I'm just scared. So he picks her up. Little did she know at the time that was Dr. Cromwell, the pastor. He picks her up, puts her on his shoulder, takes her in, and while they're going in, he said, you know what? We are actually dreaming about building a bigger building so that
I see the reflection of the
all
lights
the children in the city.
on one.
Sorry, he hadn't told the elders yet. So,
On the
Saturday
lens.
goes home from errands, and she starts doing extra errands, doing all these things to just raise pennies, and she's saving her pennies away. And
Ready, one.
practically about a year
Or
later,
one.
she got
Ready,
this
tie.
and died very suddenly.
Take.
Parents
All right,
found
you're
a
clear for now,
little
Hope.
pouch with 57 cents in it and a note next to it. This is to build buildings so all the children can come. So at the funeral, took the pouch and Hattie's mom gave it to Pastor Cromwell, explained what it was. He was so moved. He took it to the elders and said, this is what happened. Next Sunday, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to sell these pennies. And we're going to build a building. So he sold 54 of the 57 to raise $250. Now, at the end of the 1800s, that was a lot of money. Within just about a year, they had raised $2,500. They started what's called the Hattie Mite Society that went on for years. And over 5 years, raised $250,000.
Wow.
The 5-year celebration of the Hattie Mae Society, the pastor got up and said, wow.
It's a lot of
these
dough.
25 years, Built a church that houses 6,000 people now in a week. Built a university. You know it as Temple University in Philadelphia.
Oh.
Here's my question. Can God build a hospital, a church, a university with 57 cents? I don't know. You do the math. If you read the Bible, all throughout the Bible, there are stories of, you go, Pastor Joel, why are you talking about math? Well, I think that if we're going to get the task done, it's math. And I'm terrible at math. So I'm just going with what I'm finding in these stories. Math done God's way. Let me remind you of a few of the stories. In the Old Testament, in the book of Exodus, there's this wooden stick. And the wooden stick touched a rock one day, and the rock started pouring out water. It touched a shoreline one day, and a highway went through the sea. There were sandals that had a 40-year guarantee. There is a 2-liter clay pot of cooking oil that in a few years produced gallons of cooking water. It was mud. It helped the blind man see. There's a story about 5 loaves of bread that fell at 5,000 people. And just to make it interesting, there was enough for doggy bags for everyone to go home. You do the math. Here's the equation. If you take something that God asks of you
Fly.
and you give it to him, he will multiply. I want to go with you to a story. It's not an unfamiliar story. You've
Fly
probably
out.
heard the story before.
Yes.
In fact, Pastor Jonathan
Two
preached on
slides.
it just a few
Okay.
weeks ago, and when he was
Thank you.
preaching, this thought jumped out at me that I want to jump on this morning. The story, let me read the introduction to you. This is from Matthew chapter 24. It's a story that Jesus told, and in the story is the
He said 24.
to learn God's
He has the
multiplication
numbers wrong.
tables. This is what it says. Again, the kingdom of
Fly
heaven
in.
can
Oh.
be illustrated by the story.
Fly.
It double tapped, so.
He called together his servants, and he entrusted his money to them while he was gone. He gave 5 bags of silver to one, 2 bags of silver to another, and 1 bag of silver to
When
the
they say a
last,
different
dividing
verse
it in proportion
or
to
chapter,
the
it messes me up.
Yeah.
And then he
The
left
numbers,
them.
I think he has 24 through the whole
Asked them to
sermon
manage
sheet,
it
but it's all
with no
25.
knowledge of when he was going to return.
Fly
You
out.
know the story. Guy with 5 bags went out and invested it, and it doubled. Guy with 2 bags did the same thing. The guy with 1 bag of silver, in fear, buried it. Then the master comes home. The first 2 are celebrated. The last one is condemned. So here's the point of the story. The story is actually not about money, it's about God. And it's clear in the story that God is the owner
Oh.
of what he's entrusted
Fly.
to the
Whoa.
servant. The
That's it.
servants,
That's it. He skipped.
that's us. So let's
He
unpack
moved.
the story. How do you learn to do God's kind of math? Well,
Wow.
it's not just simply saying, you
My
know what, God, I'm going to give you
flying
$10.
out.
I'd
Yep.
like you to make it 20.
Can't hear you very well, so
Sorry.
that's
not
okay.
what
I'll speak louder.
What he's saying, the first thing this story is saying is that the first step in all of our lives is always settling the question of ownership. You see, in the story, all 3 of them understood
Okay, put this
profoundly
graphic up.
that they were not the
Fly
owners
graphic.
of
Fly.
what was in their hands. It
I'll
belonged
go
to
back and
somebody
pick up
else.
the one he skipped.
Okay. Should I just
That's
leave it
what
up?
the Bible is saying.
Fly out.
God
Flying
is
out.
the owner.
Oh, there we
Why
go.
is he the owner?
God is the
First
owner.
reason he's the owner is 'cause
We have God as the
He's
owner
one that
because he's
created it.
redeemed it.
Psalm 24 says it like this. The earth is the Lord's and
Mm-mm.
Fly graphic.
Fly.
everything in it.
A little bit of a moving target.
Yeah, he is.
You know that if you're breathing this morning, that air, that breath is borrowed. You didn't create the air. You didn't create the light.
Fly
you
out.
didn't create
Fly out.
anything. It's all good. But the Bible says it's not just owned by God because he created it. He says it's owned by God because he redeemed it. In the story, we got separated from God, and the only way back was for God to intervene. This is how Paul says it. Do you know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have from God?
Okay.
You are not your own. You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, glorify God. Can I just say
Fly out.
that if you don't settle this question of ownership in your life, life is just going to be complicated. It is. Everything's going to be a discussion. God is the owner. I wish I could tell you that's easy. It's not. A few months ago, as we're preparing to move back across the ocean, one of the things you have to do is get all these medical tests. So we went. The cardiologist thought that I should get a stress test. I didn't feel stressed, but he must have thought I was, so I did it. Well, it all went well, but there's just this little thing. He thought, you know what, I'm going to follow that up with an angiogram. We'll just check. So we got it on the schedule. That morning, Ellen and I went to the hospital. We walked to the third floor, the cardiac unit. They call us, and we're walking down the hall with this nurse. She's so nice. She introduces herself, just asks me, oh, yeah, it's a beautiful day out. And then she just very casually says, hey, do you have a living will? Well, I do, but is that like a prerequisite for this? Like, why is that important? Oh, no, she says, it's just a question I have to ask. I said, okay, good. So we go back into the bowels of the hospital where there are no windows in these little rooms, and they got me up on the table and hooked up the IV, and then the nurse comes back with a clipboard with all her questions. What are you allergic to? What medications you on? Right in the middle of the questions, she says, what is your religious preference? I'm just sitting there, I don't have anything to say. Not because I know it's not something I've never thought about. It's just nobody's ever asked me that question. Like, I'm thinking preference. That sounds like choosing an ice cream. Like today I like this, but tomorrow it might be this. So I just sat there and I could see she's like, friend, this is not a complicated question. So I said, ma'am, that's a complicated question. I said, I don't look at my life like a preference. I look at my faith as the most precious thing I have. It's like this life commitment. She's standing there going,
which box
what
would you?
box do you It's easy to walk through life like that. Like, in this situation, my preference would be God. In this situation, you know what? I prefer to stay God. Actually, if I would have answered her question honestly, I would have said, if you're asking my preference, I would like to be God. But that's not one of the options.
That's being honest.
Settle the question of ownership. Second question. The story is to clarify the owner's
Flying.
mission, his intent. If God is indeed the owner, the most important
next one.
question any of us can ask ourselves is, what does he want me to do with what he's entrusted to me? With the breath he's given me, with the life he's given me, with the resources he's given me.
Fly out.
You can't read the New Testament and miss the mission of God. Let me read these words from Paul. He said that in Christ, God was reconciling the world to himself. Incredible. Not counting people's sins against
flying.
Yeah.
And he has committed to us this message.
You didn't see that.
We are therefore Christ's ambassador, as though God was making his appeal through us.
Okay.
What's the appeal? You can be made right with God. You can be forgiven.
Slide out.
People are going to know that. That's going to come through us. That's what this parable is about.
That wasn't marked. Whoops.
Money. I mean, it is about money, but it's not really about money. It's about your heart. It's about the things that you value. For a number of weeks, pre-service videos interviewing some of our elders.
Aww.
I'm sure you watched them many
Thank you,
times.
dear.
You probably memorized what they said, but just in case you missed what one of them said, really struck me. He said his life changed when he was a businessman. When somebody said to me, hey, all of life is ministry. You don't have to be a pastor or missionary. Whoever you are, wherever you are, it's not a Sunday. No. 7 days a week where God put me to live this out. That's what this story is about. So how do you know, okay, here's the resource I have. What does God want me to do with them? Well, Dallas Willard says it this way. In many cases, are not to wonder about or be told what God wants in a certain situation is nothing short of a clear indication of how little we are involved in God's work.
And fly out.
To make your life about this, you just start to see life with totally different eyes. Actually, Jesus never asked any of us to accomplish his mission. He will accomplish it. He just invites us to join in the dance, to bring what we have to the table. Really important in the story, one of the people in the story, at the end of the story, gets sent away condemned. Let me read it to you. It says this, verse 24.
Flying.
The master comes back, is asked when now the third servant comes. Then the servant with one bag of silver came and he said, Master, I know you're a harsh man. Harvesting crops you didn't plant, gathering crops you didn't cultivate. I was afraid I would lose your money, so I hid it in the earth. Here's your money back.
I think he switched the order, right?
Stories of Jesus
I think he'll come back and
intended to take what was conventional wisdom.
I should fly out, right?
All of us
fly
and
out.
flip it upside down. And exactly what would have happened to a first century reader of this story. Actually, this is the smart guy, the wise guy in the story. Why is Jesus condemned him? Because he totally misunderstood the master's heart. I didn't give you this stuff to bury it. I gave it to you so you could bless other people with it, so you could be part of this eternal kingdom. So, their wisdom in the first century, Jesus even said, if you would have put it in a bank, you could have gotten a little.
Stand by 2.
That makes sense to us. A first century person,
Ready, 2?
putting it in
Take.
a bank was not really a smart thing to do. Banks back then were iffy. So one day it may look like stocks in GameStop, the next day it may look very different. Jesus said that would have been even better. He totally misunderstood the heart.
1 and 2 are alive.
God never gives things to us so we can keep them. He wants to bless us, but he wants us to know the joy of being part.
Ready, tie.
Bringing his kingdom.
Take. All right, you're clear for now, Hope.
He misunderstood the heart of the Father. Knowing, we should know the heart and the
Fly in.
so
That's the slide he skipped.
Yeah.
That investing treasure, investing what we are and have, it just becomes like second nature. You don't have to sit around and think about it. It flows.
Fly out.
In a situation where justice needs to be spoken, you don't have to sit and think, I wonder if Jesus... No, you know. When there's poor or oppressed, what is... He already told us what he wants. He's invited us to be his hand and his feet. It's clear. So the question is, how could somebody receive the gift of life from the hand of God, have the Son of God come into their life and sacrifice his life for them, and they look at that picture and say, oh, I knew you were harsh. You clearly didn't know the heart of the Father. Randy Elkhorn has written a book that's called The Treasure Principle. It's about life investment. He talks quite a bit about money. Again, this story is not about money. But if God is not the owner of your money, there's very little chance that he owns anything else in your life. it's usually 101 in our spiritual journey. And this book is about how do you teach your heart to be a giver. And he makes this observation in the book. He says, we are most like God when we are giving. Gaze upon Christ long enough and you will become a giver. Give long enough and you will become more like Christ. The only equation in the scriptures that God won't
I thought you said fly.
I did say fly.
bring to him.
I was wanting you to stay there.
Yeah, my bad.
Come back in.
But the simplest
Fly in.
thing, the smallest mite that you entrust to
Let's see how
him,
quickly it
the
goes to the
scripture
next one.
says, he will multiply. Moses. God calls Moses out in the desert enjoying his life with his family, and God comes and said, I just need you to go to Egypt. There's about 1 million people there that need to be led out of there to come and worship me. Could you help me? Don't worry. Pharaoh's got the strongest army in the world, but don't worry about it. It's fine.
You think?
Yeah.
Moses did what
Well,
everyone
depends on how long you want to hang on.
I'm flying out. I just like as soon as I fly out, he's gonna say the words, you know.
It's not me. You know what God said to him? He didn't say, here, let me give you the 5-year plan. Let me lay this out for you.
We'll leave it there so you can use it.
All he said to him is, what do you have in your hand?
I'm just gonna leave it out.
All right.
Let it go. What we're talking about in these days is the most critical thing on earth and in heaven. It is the lives and the souls of men and women. What is he asking of us? When I say us, I'm saying us as a church family, us as the followers of Jesus. He's just asking that we go against the very gates of hell and bring into his kingdom people from every tongue, tribe, and nation. I don't know about you, but I stand in front of that and go, I got nothing. Jesus says, what do you got in your hand? That story is going to look different in everybody's life. In my life, I sensed that God was calling me to preach. That was complicated. I grew up with a learning disability. I didn't actually have those when I was growing up, so I didn't even know I had it until I was in college. I just knew that everybody else could read, and I could. I knew that everybody else could do things in school that no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't do. So when I began to sense that maybe God was calling me to preach, are you kidding me? I don't have the stuff that other people have. Then sensed a nudge to serve him in West Africa. You gotta learn another language. So they give you this language aptitude test. I think they looked at mine and went, oh my goodness. This is gonna be difficult. But God doesn't ask us to give him things we don't have. He just asks us to entrust to him what we do have and to follow. That led us to Côte d'Ivoire. Got to Côte d'Ivoire, they put us out in this village.
All right, Hope, can you tilt down on two a little bit? You're losing his feet there. Yep.
Loved it out there. Our job is simple. We just
Ready
had 2
to?
years to learn it. We'd already learned French. Now we're
Take.
supposed to learn
Ready
another
to?
language.
Take.
And we had 2 years to do it and begin to get our feet wet in ministry, and we started to do that. But about a 1.5 year, 2 year period, we got malaria like 4 or 5 times. We just were sick all the time. So they finally said, you know what? You have 1 year left until you're going on home assignment. We're going to bring you to the capital city. I think they were saying, we just want a year to see if these people are actually going to make it. So they brought us to Abidjan, put us in this neighborhood. And you got 1 year to finish learning the language. There was Bible study in that neighborhood. You can go to that. So we moved. One of the things that we did there and try to do everywhere we go is God show us some neighbors that we can just love, that we can share who you are in our lives with. So we prayed that. And fairly quickly, our son made close friends with the little boy across the street. And through him, we got to know the parents. And we really wanted to get to know them, but it's almost impossible. She owned 2 or 3 businesses. He's a military pilot. They just were never there. So we just said, God, would you do something to just give us time to get to know these people? We would love that. Be careful what you pray. The poor neighbor got really sick. And the doctor had no idea what was wrong. He just said, the only way through this, take 6 weeks and stay at home. So he stayed at home and sat under the mango tree in his front yard, and I would go over every day and learn language. And became really good friends. About a month before we left for the United States, I invited him
I smiled back.
to his evangelistic service. So I said, I'll go. So it was in the next neighborhood over. I'm smiling. The message that night was about Zacchaeus, and this is what it means to have faith.
All right, ready, Ty.
He said, would you pray with me?
Take.
I said, well,
All right, you're clear, Hope.
He said, I'm just really confused. He said, I went to Catholic school all my life, so I had these notions about God, but the stuff I'm hearing tonight, I just don't know how it doesn't make sense to me. I said, well, why don't we just pray and ask God to reveal that to you? So we did. A month later, we left for the United States, and I'll just call my friend Pierre. Pierre came to the United States to do some pilot training, so he came. We were living in Nyack, New York. He came, visited us, met my parents, went to their house, had a great time. A year later, we moved back to Abidjan, but we moved to the total opposite side of the city, and we were so disappointed we were going to live far away, and then we found out they're moving into our neighborhood. So they moved in, and we thought, this is perfect. Starting this Bible study, this is great. Not even a week later, he comes to my house one night, and he says, Pastor Joel, just found out that I'm leaving in a month to go to the United States to this officers training thing in Alabama.
I'm right here, and we have this left. So he's right through middle of the list here.
If you're from Alabama,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. They said, I'm going to this officers training. We were just like, Lord, these are our dearest friends. So off we went. There was email in those days, but there wasn't FaceTime and all that stuff, so he just went, and we never really knew what happened. He gets to this school, and at this school, there's two men that just befriend him. One of them is a fellow student, one of them is a professor. Just as a stranger in a foreign country, what a gift that somebody's kind to you. Well, these two people were kind. Well, then the holidays are coming, Thanksgiving. One of his friends says, you don't want to stay here. Why don't you come to my family's? Where's your family? I'm in Pennsylvania. Okay. They get in the car, they drive to Pennsylvania, and they're having Thanksgiving lunch, and they're around the table at this friend's brother's house, and comes up about faith. And turns out they're Christians, they're believers, and so he asked them,
Is it the potatoes, the dressing?
Hey Siri, text Carl. Please start making me mashed potatoes and turkey, so that when I get home.
My neighbor in Abidjan, he's a pastor and he works with them. I said, really? What's his name? His name is Joel Bugna. He said, I went to college with that guy. So he pulls out his yearbook and he's showing him pictures, and my friend's like, wow. So he goes back. Now it's Christmas time. Christmas time, the other friend says, hey, what are you doing for Christmas? Oh, I don't have any plans. Why don't you come home with me?
Carl, add cookies to that.
In Colorado. So they get in the van.
Fruitcake.
He and his family and my friend Pierre, they're driving across the country, and as they're driving, comes up that they're believers. They're Christians. So they asked them, what church are you part of? Oh, he said, you probably never heard.
Yummy.
It's called the Christian Missionary.
Mashed sweet potatoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
My friends think,
That
I love
sounds
those.
good.
I love sweet potatoes.
My mother-in-law makes really good sweet potato casserole that we only get at the holidays, and it's like a dessert. It's so sweet with brown sugar and pecans and cinnamon,
Yum.
and it's
That sounds delicious.
it's not healthy for you at all. But is any food on Thanksgiving healthy for you? I don't think so.
It's 100% natural. Natural sugar. And
True.
marshmallows, right?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Could sweeten it with maple syrup.
Gotten to know your neighbor and friend. And he said, last few weeks he's been going to church with us, and last week after the message, it seemed like something really touched him, and so we stopped on the way home and prayed together. I just thought you'd want to know. Came back to Aberdeen and started coming to the Bible study that we were doing, and also joined a team of couples that started a ministry to couples out of our church. Not long after that, I got a call from him one day that his mom had come from the village. Usually in Cote d'Ivoire, if somebody comes from the village for medical reasons, it's pretty far gone. Sure enough, she had bone cancer, and it was just literally eating her body from the inside out. So he called and asked if I'd come and pray. We went over, we went with one of the elders and sat with her and explained to her, Mommy, you're going to die soon. And explain who Jesus is and what he did and why that matters. We finished. I'm speaking in French. My friend's translating it into Yakuba, and then his mom responds in Yakuba. I mean, it was just as long. So at the end, I said, Mommy, did you understand what I just said? Did I do it? So would you like to invite Jesus to forgive you? How does stuff like that happen? It never happens by accident. The kingdom of Jesus comes by intent. His intent never changed. And when we join ourselves to his intentions, it does amazing things. That happened because a whole lot of people thought that this is what you're supposed to do. It wasn't Joel and Ellen. We just happened to be the ones standing. But I've often asked myself, what made those two guys do that? The only thing I can come up with is they thought that's what you're supposed to do.
Okay, getting close here.
Imagine if a whole group of people thought that. So, let me pull this together. The story ends beautifully. It ends for 2 out of the 3 with joy. They began to taste the fullness of their owner's joy. You're saying, Pastor, what you're saying doesn't make sense. You're saying to take my life, take everything I own, and give it to God, and that's supposed to bring me joy? How about if I just hold on to it?
And fly out.
Jesus is saying loud and clear, you can do that, but you will end.
Didn't want to fly while he was moving. It's too weird.
You will trust me. Let me read it to you. It says, the master
Fly in.
comes back, he's talking to the first one. He says, the master was full of praise. Well done, my good and faithful servant. You've been faithful in handling this small amount, so now I give you more responsibility. Let's celebrate together. Can you imagine the God of the universe turning to you and going, that was great.
Fly out.
Fly out.
Come to my house. Let's have a party. That sounds like fun. Let me read you the end.
Fly in.
Then he ordered, take the money from the third servant and give it to the one who has 10 bags of silver. To those who use well what they are given, even more will be given, and they will have in abundance. You can't give more than God does.
Fly out.
You
Fly
can't
out.
invest more than he's willing to invest.
That's it.
Okay.
So every year,
All right, just a reminder, guys, that Megan on keys leads the last song.
why is God entrusted? Why has he given us what he's given us? What does he want us to do with it? He wants us to bring his kingdom here, there, and everywhere. So what do we need to do that? What's the response to this? Some of you may be going, so Pastor, are you saying we all need to go be missionaries? No, please don't. That's not what this is saying. What it is saying is, all of us need to settle first in our lives the issue of ownership. Who owns it? Maybe that's where you are this morning. For Ellen and I, what that's looked like Actually answering that question has made our lives a whole lot more simple, but not very easy. I wasn't planning on doing what's in front of us, but I wouldn't want to do anything else, because that's what I sense God saying to us. I want to ask what he's saying to you this morning. If you're not investing anything in this, you're missing a joy that maybe you've never known before. If you have no money in this game, you're missing a huge blessing. God doesn't need your money. He doesn't need your resources. He doesn't even need your life. He wants it so that he can use you to be a blessing to the nations. Tomorrow, Ellen and I will get on an airplane, and we're not leaving yet. We're just going for 8 days to Abidjan, kind of figure out the next steps. In August, we'll be closing our suitcases and moving to Abidjan. We're so grateful that we're not doing this alone. And we don't have to. We're doing this with the church family. And it's just a small, tiny little part of what God's called us all to do. You do the math. Let me just ask you a couple questions. What do you have in your hand? What maybe is God asking you to invest? Some of you, he may be nudging and saying, you know what? I'd like you to be a part of the team over there. One way I like to think about it, 5 minutes after you get to heaven and you see Jesus, what are you going to regret? I think all of us are going to look and go, oh my goodness, I wish I would have invested more. May it be so. Let me pray for us.
All right, ready for backgrounds?
Jesus, you said that whoever will save his life.
All right, I'll go to 3 wide for the transition. I'm going to untie from you. Okay.
To see God as the owner and open their hands, it says that person will save their life. They'll not only save it, but with great joy.
Stand by 3, stand by tie. Oh, yeah. Were you going to first?
3.
Okay.
I brought it up pretty high because I know the lights are going to change.
All right, I'm going to adjust 2 as well.
Not only don't know you, but have never even had that opportunity. The longing of your heart. You said that if there's 99 that are in the fold, but there's one wandering, you'll leave the 99 and go find them and bring them home. Would you give us hearts like that? Give us ears to hear you. In Jesus' name. I invite you to stand, and we're going to close with a song. As you sing it, I want you to think about what you're saying. The song says, lift it up. Lift his name up. Lift up praise. It's really hard to lift up
she
your
wasn't supposed to do the pat
keep them close.
during this part for...
So part of lifting him up
because it affects Homestead?
Is opening our hands and saying...
We don't know, yeah, what they're playing. And ready, dissolve.
Ready, 3, dissolving.
Keys are up.
Ready, 2. Ready, 4. Dissolving to 4. Ready, 2. Dissolve to 2. Three, can you go tight on Sam's guitar for when he starts playing? I'll use as tight as you can, yep. Ready, 3, dissolve 3. He's not playing yet, but that's okay.
You are the one who lights my way.
Ready, 4. Slow zoom out, dissolve. Oh, I thought I was a little, yeah, that was weird.
I think it's crazy that she can lead singing and keeping the right chords. That's like amazing to me.
Ready, 5, dissolve. Ready, 2, dissolve. Start that over, Morgan. Ready, 1, slow zoom, dissolve. Nice. Love it, 3. Ready, 3, dissolve to 3. 4, guitar. Yep, ready, 4, dissolve. 4's up. Ready, 5, dissolve to 5. Someone get me Megan, please.
Someone.
Oh, thank you. Ready, 1, dissolve. Fabulous.
Just hold it there.
Ready, 2, you're good. Dissolve, 2's up, good. Ready, 4, dissolve. Keep coming out 4, I'm gonna wanna see her. Ready, 5, take. Ready, 2, take. Ready, 3, take. Ready, 4, take. Nice. Ready, 1, take. Ready, 4, take. Nice, 2. Slow tilt down, ready, 2, take. Ready, 5, take. Ready, 4, take. Ready, 3, take. Ready, 1, and ready, 5, take. Ready, 1, take. Ready, 4, take 4, go ahead and get Megan in there. Nice. 2, slow zoom in, ready, 2, take 2. Nice. Yep. Awesome, guys. Ready, 1, take 1. Nice. Ready, 4, start your move. Take 4. Nice. Ready, 1, take. Nice. 2, get me, 4 has it, never mind. Dissolve, 4's up.
One has it.
Ready.
2 has
Ready,
it.
2, dissolving to 2. Ready, 4, dissolve. Ready, 5. Take 5. All right, 2, I'm gonna come to you when we get lights. Ready, 2. Ready, 1, take. Ah, rats. Ready, 2, take. Nice. Ready, 3, slow pan to the right. Ready, 3, take. Nice. Ready, 1, take. Nice.
5 slides.
Ready, 4, take. 1, can you get me Megan, please? Ready, 1, and take 1. Ready, 4, take. Ready, 1, and take.
Okay, 1's going to be looking for Jonathan and Mary.
Ready, 3, dissolving to 3.
These are down.
Great.
1 on Jonathan and Mary. And dissolve.
Well, Pastor Joel, thank you so much.
Standby graphics.
I'm tied to you for that.
Today. And if you're newer to Grace, or if you haven't been following their journey these last months, in the bulletin, in the message notes, there's a link that you can click, and it'll take you to a 15-minute video that Joel and Ellen put together. Wow, you'll
Hey,
be
Davis.
inspired by that as you see their
Yo.
lives just fully surrender to God's call in their life, even if it's something that maybe they didn't see coming and maybe didn't want to. Yes to God, and really
Yeah.
appreciate it. It's
Which,
just a privilege.
Are we flying in
normally-
yet?
With them and
I
what
can't hear
God
her.
is doing in them and through them.
I love that we get to partner with Jesus. He doesn't call us to go and do something for him.
Just hold off on it if she already.
Yeah, I don't know if she did or didn't.
And to think of two guys in Alabama who never knew that someone thousands of miles away, that grace
Normally I would make CG1 and CG2 match Brooke, but for whatever reason I don't know why it's not.
So may that be us this week to say, God, the people.
No, you're good.
It's not a mistake.
All right, stand by,
You
Luke.
have them right where you want them, to, even if I'm meeting them for the first time. So may we be available to him.
Stand
and
by, Luke.
Partner and pray and say, I want to be a part of what God.
Rick, I would go ahead and clear
CG3?
all and not use this slide.
Go and resettle somewhere, but I like to be a part. On your way out today, and those of you online, this is in some of the.
Rick, I would go ahead and clear all and get ready for the loop.
At the tables, right as you leave, are these three documents, or the little flyers. The prayer
So we'll try to fly that
partner with them. How you can do that with the Alliance,
later
the Christian Mission Alliance, Joel
during the
mentioned.
9:30 or during the 10:30.
So you can be a part of what God is doing, okay? And now, wherever he takes you this week, whether it's planned or unplanned, a place you want to be, a place you don't want to be, may you see his design in every event and reflect his heart, his love, his compassion, his forgiveness, wherever he takes you, so that other people will see him and know him too. May he empower us to do just that.
Stand by, CG3.
Amen. God bless you all. Thanks for being here.
And dissolve. All right. Thanks, everyone. Be back in 20 minutes.
We not get audio. Can you hit the audio? Can you hit the playlist? The audio. Why is that not?